Good afternoon class. So, my topic is all about the physical condition. So, when we say physical condition, it is in a classroom means the physical features, layout, and maintenance of the classroom that supports or hinder the learning process. So, we need to say of physical condition. This is the things that we can see inside the classroom, right? For example, the fans, the chalkboard, and the whiteboard, and the lights, ventilation, that's controlled in the physical conditions. Next, so examples of physical condition in classroom settings. These are the lighting, lighting, just like what I said earlier. Lighting is very, very important in a classroom setting because of this lighting, the students can see or can visualize the things that in the blackboard, and also things in that kung ano yung sinusulat nila sa chalkboard. Then also ventilation and air quality. So important din yung ventilation and air quality inside the classroom setting, because kung naiinitan yung mga students sa isang classroom, parang wala silang motivation or parang wala silang gana mag-aral kasi sobrang init ng classroom. So as a future teacher, we should parang important namin talaga to sa isang classroom yung ventilation and air quality. And number 3 is the temperature. Yung nga sabi ko kanina, yung kapag naiinitan yung bata, parang nawawalan ng gana sila. Like, nawawalan ng gana, parang instead of na makinig sila, parang panay sila ganito kasi naiinitan sila. Kasi yung temperature ng isang classroom ay parang sobrang init. Then, number 4, cleanliness and sanitation. Ito din also, it is also important in a classroom setting because cleanliness and sanitation is very crucial kasi kapag makita mo ito yung isang classroom na matumi, kapag yung mga students parang mawawala sila ng parang magdidiri sila sa isang classroom kasi yung classroom na ito ay parang madumi, madumi siya, parang mawala sila ng parang hindi sila mag-i-stay dito sa classroom. Then number 5, seating arrangement. So important dito sa classroom setting because seating arrangement are ito yung mga bata kung saan sila comfortable for, kasi in class sa mga bata dito yung mga different circle of friends kung saan sila comfortable, doon din natin sila ilalagay. So gets lang class?
Yes, sir.
So space and crowding. So in this space and crowding, usually dapat natin sa mga students need na wag crowded talaga. For example dito, so super crowded. Then dito din maluwag. So hindi dapat natin yung i-emphasize na yung crowding space tsaka yung crowding. Yung space dapat kasi lang siya, level lang. Kung baka dito, level lang yung yung space, o hindi talaga siya totally crowded. And also dito din sa kabila, para yung mga students have sila space para maggalaw-galaw. And also yung sa pagitan ng mga chair, yung sa armchair kasi magdaan sila, dapat may space din talaga. So number 7 is the noise level. So noise level, kumbaga ito yung yung ingay or yung noise. Dapat yung sa classroom setting, dapat hindi talaga siya totally yung maglampas sa kabila kabilang room kasi hindi naman din tayo yung nag-occupy ng sa isang classroom. Meron din tayo mga kapitbahay na classroom. So dapat minimize lang natin yung noise natin kasi in doing a activities in a classroom. So yung safety in classroom setting, we should put a yung medic kits, first aid kit para in case of emergency the school as a future teacher, you will have a student na may sakit or may parang di kasi natin maiwasan yung mga accidents kung minsan matumba sa hagdan or sa mga chairs. So yun, hindi natin magkaroon ng first aid kit sa isang classroom setting. So that's also an example of physical condition in classroom setting. Next is importance of physical condition. So these are the four importance of physical condition. So it encourages better concentration and participation. Yes, it's true. It's true kasi if the students are comfortable sila sa isang classroom, they have a better concentration and participation in a classroom activities. And next is it can reduce stress and fatigue. So yun nga sabi ko, if comfortable sila sa classroom, hindi sila makapag-feel na stress. Kung baka joy-joy lang sila, happy-happy lang tayo. So, parang gano'n. Then, third is promote health and safety. So, in this health and safety, sabi ko nga kanina sa examples of classroom setting, the cleanliness of classroom is if the classroom are not clean, maybe the bacteria can contaminate can spread sa mga students. Magkakaroon sila ng sakit if yung classroom ay madumi. Gets lang ba? Yes! So last is improves academic performance and motivation. So align na siya sa better concentration and participation if yung student ay comfortable sa isang classroom, ma-improve yung kanyang academic performance and motivation. Mas ma-motivate siya kasi yung classroom na pinapasukan niya ay malinis and good yung physical condition ng room. So that's all sa physical condition. Next sa classroom proceeding. Can anyone say the definition of classroom?
Classroom proceeding is the systematic flow of teaching and learning activities conducted by the teachers and students within the classroom setting to ensure effectively instruction and participation.
Thank you. Classroom proceeding class, it is a systematic flow of teaching. So when we say systematic flow, these are the step-by-step learning activities that conducted by the teacher and students within the classroom setting. So ito yung mga ginagawa nila from the start to the end, yung classroom proceeding. So in classroom proceeding, they have the components of classroom proceeding. First is opening or preliminary activities. In these components, the teacher dito na yung nangyayari yung prayer before mag-start yung class, and also yung mag-greet yung student, yung teacher to student, and also yung student update sa teacher. Dito yung mag-start yung class. So I did yung learning activities from teacher and student. So next is the lesson proper. So lesson proper, ito na yung the teacher will introduce the new lesson or new learning activities that the teacher will do in this second component, which is the lesson proper. So ito na yung mag-explain yung teacher through pagkakaroon siya ng opening, then lesson proper, the teacher will or tackle the lesson in this component. So third is the assessment or evaluation. So after the lesson proper, the teacher will now ask after the lesson proper, the teacher will now assess the students and magbibig siya ng test to asking oral or written station through in this third component. Kumbaga yung teacher after niya mag-lesson or mag-explain ng ating lesson, dito the teacher will give the assessment kung ano yung natutunan ng student. So that's the closing activities. So closing activities, the teacher will be giving assignments and summarizing the lesson that he or she tackled in the second component, which is the lesson proper. So that's all in components of classroom proceedings. So last is the purpose of classroom proceedings. So the purpose of classroom proceeding is to create order and structure in the classroom. So meaning to say order and structure, parang yung flow of learning activities are in order siya, and yung structure din parang hindi siya makawala-wala. And also to engage students actively in learning. So meaning to say yung students will have a motivation to participate in the students will have a motivation to participate what the teacher will kung ano yung teacher na ano yung sabihin ng teacher o yung papagawa. Then third is to assess comprehension and address difficulties. So in this the purpose of classroom proceedings to assess comprehension is the student may difficult siya or meron siyang mahirapan siya. The student can ask the teacher kung saan siya nahihirapan para yung teacher ibalik na ulit yung saan nahihirapan yung students para walang malilagay sa lesson proper. So last is to maintain a positive and productive classroom climate. So meaning to say walang mangyayaring away and yung kumbaga happy lang sila dito sa classroom nila. So that's all for my part. So thank you for listening. So I will now give the floor to my colleague, teacher, so Mr. Wright, to expand more knowledge in interaction.